All right, good morning, everyone. It is February 18th, Friday, and an update to FSD is incoming today. I have been sitting on 10.8.1 for going on 6 weeks now, which is obviously quite a while. I know I'm not the only one. There's quite a few folks that were doing this on the same route. So really excited to get on the road here in a few minutes and test FSD 10.10.2. I'm also getting nav update. That's pretty awesome too. I have not gotten one of those, I think, since I got my car. All right, we're back. We're finally updated. That took way too long. I really wanted to wait for the map data to finish downloading as well, since I got that update as well. So let's go ahead and just get rolling, man. I've been waiting for this. The Pybus challenge. All right, so all right, let's see how we do. 10.10.2. 10.10.2. Like I said, it's been about... Ooh, interesting. This is slightly different than where I was going to go before, but that's fine. We'll take this left here. We'll have an unprotected left up into this road. And actually, it could be fairly busy. So this is morning time. School traffic. And like I was saying, it's been about 6 weeks since I received an update. I was on 10.10, or excuse me, 10.8.1, and I had very mixed experience with it. All right, so first unprotected left. Good lane positioning. It's moving to the left a little bit. It's got the steering wheel to the left. It could go after this car. So it thought about it maybe a little bit too long, but good acceleration through the turn. Actually, it's a very natural left turn. That was, aside from the slight hesitation, and the gap was fine. The truck behind me still had plenty of room, but really good unprotected left there, found the gap, and went for it. As you can see, my snow situation here is much improved. So we should get a lot more accurate testing results for our path. We have a first right turn yield here. Sees it and is going for it. And it's wanting me to apply. Okay, good. I just did a slight amount of resistance on that left turn. Okay, so a strange phantom brake right there. Not terrible. It really wasn't bad. Like maybe it was just kind of like, whoa, I might be getting into this left lane. But that was another really good right turn. The last couple of times, especially with the snow, it's kind of gotten into the turn lane. So that's so far so good. Hopefully that is a sign of continued things to come. Looks like I'm getting a nag a little bit more often than usual. A lot of interesting and, in my opinion, unfortunate scrutiny with FSD. And something that you should definitely check out Dirty Tesla's video on how easy it is to disengage FSD. Because it's really not difficult. Okay, so there's a slight jut over to this lane. It was pretty much in it, but it didn't need to do that jut. Not terrible. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and wait for this semi. It's good. Okay, and we should be our turn now. And it's gonna, this Volvo is gonna take his turn. Okay, so I'm gonna let it do its thing here. I got nobody behind me. It should go. And for whatever reason, it's not. Okay, now it's gonna go. Yep, now it's gonna go. Okay. So definitely too long at that four-way stop. I didn't disengage. better not be in this right lane, because the merge to the left is so quick, and then now we've got this truck as well. So this is not my preference, but I'm gonna let it play out. And it's not bad, this is not my preference, because as soon as we make this left, if you watch my videos, we have to get into that left lane, and that left lane stacks up pretty quick, and a lot of people are not a fan of letting others in. Okay, so some confusion there about what it wants to do. And again, I think it's for the reason that it needs to get into this left lane. There's some acceleration. Is it gonna get in that left lane? I'm gonna let it play out. It's gotta go. It's gonna do it, okay. Again, not great, but the person behind me was really nice and let me merge. That's typically not a case, to be honest, in my town. It's usually when somebody gets in that right-hand lane and they want to get in this left lane, it's like fighting words. So you gotta boost ahead of them and really be aggressive if you want to get in that lane. And it's not, you know, then people think you're a jerk. All right, so this is our yield to people coming out of this traffic circle, and that was pretty close. You know, that's really difficult. Like, that was perfect, right? It was not in any danger of colliding with that car. The car did have a decent trajectory and speed, but I'm also not entirely sure. I'm not 100% confident that it was like, I'm gonna yield to this car. Okay. So I gotta pay attention to these nags, because I didn't see it was even blinking at me there if it was. Okay, so can take a free right here if need be, but this is also a really wide intersection. To the left, the 2 lanes on the oncoming traffic for this lane, the perpendicular traffic, if you will, are turn lanes, so we can go. It's totally free to go, and it's just gonna wait for the green. It's fine. Again, it could have done it. Good acceleration. Again, really natural right turn there as well. Coming up on that Budweiser truck, it's making a very slow turn into this lane. I did actually switch my profile to chill, so that could make a difference in its lane changes, but that's totally safe. This is fine, right? Now we're back on track. You know, maybe a person may have gotten more aggressive and said, you know what, I'm gonna get in that left-hand lane and go around this truck. I'm impatient. I would wager many people, especially in my town, and maybe even I might have done that myself, but I was just past an intersection. That truck was taking its time getting there, which is fine. You know, trucks got to do their thing, be safe as well. Don't want to rock things too much, and he was going over the curb a bit, but at that time it was safe maneuver for the car to just wait and let the truck scenario play out. So that's kind of been the name of the drive so far, is let the scenario play out. Not anything bad at this point, and no disengagements. I have also not used the accelerator to nudge it. And as I was saying before, since we got a bit of time here before our next turn down to the market, you should watch Dirty Tesla's video about taking over from FSD. Some of the videos that we've seen recently from folks, the Fudsters, if you will, are kind of playing and trying to insinuate that taking over from FSD is difficult. It really isn't. It's, if you watch this video, I mean, it's really as simple as barely even resisting the wheel. It's pressing the brake, tapping the brake, you know. So generally, if I'm not sure what the car is going to do, I'm holding on to the wheel, and if it suddenly makes a movement that I don't want it to, even my slight resistance takes it out of FSD and I'm in control. So there's just, you can feel, you know, the wheel going the way it should, and then you slightly make resistance and it's fine. So our next right turn down to the market, good. And you know what, also very smooth. That, you know, so far has been the other thing, is like, man, these cornerings are no longer as much of that kind of jut to where it's gonna go. And here comes the Pybus test. All right, so the lane in front of us, if you've seen my videos again, is a right turn only when we get down to the next intersection. I need to be in the left lane in order to go straight and get to the market. So far, my car has never done this. Excuse me. So far, the Tesla has never completed this. It's gotten to that turn lane and then simply stops. Okay, some strange maneuvering there. So it's in the turn lane, and it needs to get into the other lane, but yeah, so this is a fail. I'm taking over, and I'll report it. That's a right turn only. I cannot go into that lane in front of me. So map update and new FSD, you know, even saw the markings of the right turn only. So that is an unfortunate fail and takeover for FSD Pybus challenge. Okay, let's input our next destination. All right, we're ready to rock and roll again with our loop return. So far, the only fail, which was to be expected, you know, I don't know why. You know, maybe it's because there isn't a no right turn sign. I'm not entirely sure, but for whatever reason, that seems to be an issue. Even still, with the map updates and everything. So it is what it is. But yeah. Okay, our next turn is right turn is coming up, followed by another unprotected left. Again, really, man, I'm definitely impressed by the turns. The smoothness of them are a lot more natural. Okay, wide open, it should totally go. This is like ideal scenario for an unprotected left on this road. So it's crept into the road a little bit further, but you know what? That's pretty good. And even not a great smooth left, right? But totally fine. Totally fine. I don't have a problem with for that. And definitely an improvement over the last one. So if you saw my last video, link up here, there's a really weird thing with the bus, and it was trying to make a left turn just after the bus, and you know, it was not great. And even though it was clear, again, it was just maybe a very close, yeah, just was not very comfortable. But that was wide open, it nailed it, and so far so good. Overall, this is pretty fantastic. I'm impressed. Next challenge we have up here is the on-ramp for the bridge. Okay, nice lane change just before the bridge intersection. And it's interesting, it's not necessarily a challenge because it's not like it's a yield even. It's literally just a loop right onto the bridge. You don't have to do anything, but sometimes it gets scared. But you know what? Humans do that too. I can't tell you how many times I've been actually on the bridge coming this way, and then people making the same loop here get afraid about getting onto the bridge, even though it's a completely isolated lane. Yeah, so, okay, slowing slightly. Really, again, there's no reason to slow here. No reason to slow. No reason to slow. So, lame. Just lame. I'm going to go ahead and report that as well. No reason to slow there. But again, humans are making that same mistake too. I don't know why. Again, map data was updated, so you figure that would maybe help. Okay, and yet again, another challenge. So we do need to be in the left lane on this exit. This one is fine, and is actually probably easier, more accurate for it to navigate, but it will, and now it's wanting to get in that left lane on the curve, which is awkward. It has room to do it, and it's going to go ahead and do it, so that's fine. But you know, how many people are making a left on a right-hand curve like that? So again, not unsafe, just awkward, right? So it made it, you know, that, I mean, kudos. We'll have to try it, you know, a couple more times and see if there was any sort of different results. And way slowing down. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the accelerator there because again, there's no need for it to do that. Again, we had no yield, anything, so that's awkward. And it wasn't a slight slowdown either. It wasn't a hard phantom brake, but it was also not great. And so this lady behind me is irritated. She was the lady that was behind me during that break. Totally understand. So I'll be kind of on the lookout for that scenario, I think, a little bit. I'll be on it to try and hit the accelerator a little bit quicker. Again, I don't think it was a dangerous break, and it certainly wasn't. It was just awkward. And it certainly shouldn't have done it. I mean, I'm not trying to make an excuse for beta. It's most certainly had no reason to do it. But it also was not, like, detrimental. It was just, it should not have done it. That's all it is. Okay, so we're coming up on our protected left, if you will. We'll have a green arrow. And I'm going to hit the accelerator because it's slowing through that intersection, and it's just not quite sure what to do there. I'll go ahead and report that as well. That should have been another easy one, but for whatever reason it wasn't. Alright, so coming to the end of our loop here. You know, technically, we only had one full disengagement. That's awesome. That is so far a massive improvement. We've got school zone. Is it going to read it? No, it's not. It's not going to read the school zone. And a massive improvement. I should have read that school zone. That's really interesting. Smoother turns, much better, pretty much across the board, right? And again, we only had the one issue, which I don't know if it's a map thing, if it's just a quirky, weird dead end thing, or, you know, it thinks this might be a dead end, but maybe it can go straight. I'm not entirely sure. Obviously, it did try to go straight on this drive, and yeah, just has an issue with getting over those train tracks and into the right lane. But a huge improvement over 10.8.1. It really is so much more smooth. So that's going to do it for this initial drive. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you so much, all my subscribers. I've got one other video that's not FSD planned, and I just need to get in the saddle, so to speak, and get it done. It'll be a good one. I think everybody will enjoy it. I'll be testing this a lot more and filming a lot more. It was such a great drive. I'm really excited about it, and yeah, vastly improved on my test loop. So until we see you in the next video, thanks so much. Leave a comment below if you want to see something specific, or if you just wanted to let me know what you think. Peace.